What's up? It's Tuesday, and we've never missed a live Tuesday, not once.
Nope. Every single Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern is the Wulff Den podcast.
How you doing?
Every single Tuesday.
Every single one. It's cold, and I'm very sore. Did you do a lot of shoveling yesterday?
I did a lot of shoveling yesterday and today because I didn't shovel out my driveway because I figured, why bother? The snowplow's just going to come by.
Let's just wait for it to get as hard and icy as possible.
There wasn't that much left, so I was able to do it.
Honestly, it I won't say melted, but it was sliding off my roof.
Yeah. No, the worst part was I went to 3 stores today to try and get ice melt. It's because my stoop gets very icy. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks, but not today because they didn't have ice melt. And Walmart sucks. They just didn't have any.
Do you need ice melt?
I eventually got 100 pounds worth of ice melt from Home Depot.
100 pounds. Okay, so we're coming to you next time.
Because here's the thing. With like ice melt and stuff, I'm very liberal with it. I sprinkle it everywhere because I want that shit gone. I want ice out of my neighborhood.
We hate ice.
I hate ice so much. I want it gone.
We get the pet safe ones, even though the dogs never go out the front door anyway.
I get the pet safe ones because I know my kids will try to eat the snow anyway. But the ones I got today, like it didn't explicitly say pet safe. It just said safe on grass. I assume that's the same thing.
It really doesn't matter. It's salt, so it gets in their paws. That's it. Get a little salt on your paws. It'll be okay for you. That sucked. There was a lot. That was horrible.
Yeah.
The snow was bad, and I was very sore all day yesterday. Anyway, hi. I posted a video today about this laptop that I got in my lap. Let's see how long this lasts. We'll see how long I use this for the show. This is the first time I'm using this for the show. I already lost my pen.
Yeah, that was a good 3 minutes of panicking.
I was looking all over the place.
For his $200 pen.
It was in my pocket.
Yeah.
I love this pen. We'll see how much I love this tablet in my lap.
It already looks awkward, like you sitting there like that.
I have my legs crossed and this little kickstand, like Nintendo Switch kickstand kicked out on my knee.
As much as it cosplays as a computer, it's not. It's a tablet,
right?
So it's not.
But I can do this.
Yeah.
Look, I'm touching.
I mean, I know podcasts that use tablets to look up show notes and read scripts off of, but you run the show from that.
Yeah.
So it needs to be a little bit better.
And now I'm touching.
Yeah.
And now I'm moving. Now I got another cool thing. Now that we have Windows, I have the chat. I could put the combined chat. YouTube and Twitch. Because Mac doesn't let you do that. Because I need StreamerBot to do that.
Okay.
Anyway, we'll see. We'll see how much stranger this show gets. Anyway, main topic. We got 2 big newses.
We do.
I decided the main topic, though, is our Patreon supporters. Here you go.
Hey, there you are.
I decided our main topic is the $20 Pokémon FireRed and LeafGreen.
Okay.
Because Twitter erupted with that news. And everybody wants to talk to me about it because I'm the emulator guy.
So, yeah, okay. Fair.
And the second big news is another thing people want to talk to us about specifically because we talk a lot on this show about Xbox and their leadership.
Yeah.
They're all left.
Yeah.
big exile at Xbox.
Big shakeups over at the Microsoft.
That is the biggest news.
It is. But to be clear,
I figured more people would click if we talked about Pokemon.
Yeah. Our audience, I think specifically, would be more be faster to click on that.
I think the podcast audience, the more niche, more vocal podcast audience wants to talk about Xbox.
Yeah.
People who are here in the live, they want to talk about Xbox.
Right.
But
the
casuals are going to be like, oh, they're talking about
the Pokemon
that I can emulate on my phone.
Yeah.
Let me watch that. Anyway, so we're going to talk about that. $20 Pokemon LeafGreen and FireRed. We don't need to, I don't know if you have an article, but we don't even really need
the press release from Nintendo here, or from the Pokemon company rather.
So it leaked in a really weird way. So
there it is.
There was a leak last week that said it was going to be $30.
Yes.
And then like a day before the press release, it just dropped on the European eShop or something.
Yeah.
So, and then Twitter exploded. Everyone's like, $20 is too much. I saw somebody say this better not be emulation. I don't know what that means.
What else
they
would
want a
it
native
be?
Switch
What
port
else would
of
it be?
FireRed. So there was a lot of people actually very upset that this exists.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it, but also like I'll just spoil it. I think $20 is fun. I think it's totally fun.
I think $20 for the both of them combined is fine. I think
that would be better. I would much rather it be a lot cheaper.
I do think $20 is a bit much for Game Boy Advance games in 2026. We okay?
We disconnected for a second. I don't know what actually disconnected, but something disconnected. Okay. It's a lot of money.
Yes.
But you know how much Pokemon FireRed is.
I think that's the thing. Like, compared to what you pay in the aftermarket for a Pokemon game to play on 20-year-old hardware.
I have the eBay up right now.
It's like hundreds of dollars.
It's $150-ish for just the cartridge.
Yeah. Game Boy Advance games, shockingly expensive for what they are.
But Pokemon is amongst the most sought after retro game, period. Yeah. And having that on a modern console at all is a privilege.
Yes.
$20 is like fine. Like, I would much rather it be a lot cheaper than that, but they have it's not about us, it's about the mass market and what these things are worth, and they could charge more than $20 and get away with it. Because again, to get this game at all, it's $150 fucking dollars. So basically count your blessings that it's $20.
Yeah. You know, it does raise the question, because the game's not out yet. It's coming out Friday, February 27th. Is this just a straight port? Is there any quality of life improvements? Are there any new features added to the game that were not in the original game? Like, these are questions we don't really know. All signs are pointing to this is just a straight copy.
So there's a Pokemon Presents tomorrow where I assume that they're going to talk about it. Obviously, we're filming this on Tuesday. Wednesday is the Pokemon Presents. They're going to show the new generation of Pokemon probably, and they're probably going to talk about this port. Maybe there'll be more. Maybe it'll be more than just FireRed, because this just dropped on the eShop.
Yeah, for pre-order.
Yeah, and it comes out. When is it?
Friday.
So it comes out very soon. People were saying it leaked and they were able to play it somehow. I don't know how, and I kind of don't believe it.
Yeah.
Like the video that I saw was super close up on the Switch, and it just didn't seem believable.
Yeah.
I suspect though that there is no quality of life improvements, and this is just a port.
But I think then that raises the question of why wasn't this just included in Switch Online?
I wish it were. So I always speculated that this was going to be its own app. I thought it would be a Pokemon app, though. I thought it'd be a Pokemon retro game app where they had everything in there, because I would figure they would want the Pokemon Home connectivity and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's the Pokemon company. They're technically a separate entity from Nintendo, and they want more control and, more importantly, more money.
Yeah.
So they're going to be really annoying about it.
Yeah.
So I expected a new app. I wasn't expecting the individual game to just be on the eShop. I was expecting a hub, a Pokemon hub.
Yeah.
You know? So of course I would rather it be on Nintendo Switch Online. Some people don't like Nintendo Switch Online because it's a subscription service and they want to buy the games individually.
Understandable.
Here's your monkey's paw. You get to buy the game individually, but it is $20 for a Game Boy Advance game.
Yeah, I think it was like Game Boy Advance games on the Wii U, I think were like $8. So like this is a massive jump up, all these years later.
Yeah, well, yes, that is a much bigger jump up. It's also been a lot longer time. The games aren't fresh anymore. They're like way older now.
Yeah.
That being said, they are rarer because you can't get them, and they're getting old and they're becoming deteriorated. There is also a special edition version of the game that you can purchase.
Japan, right?
It's Japan only.
Yeah.
And that means it will be in Japanese.
Yes.
So you cannot read this.
That's another thing to bring up too. Like it's physical items, but it's a digital download code because it's a download only game.
You get a box,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just one of the games, I believe.
Yeah,
I don't think it's both.
Because it's like, it's Pokemon. You gotta buy one or the other.
Yeah. So it's a cool box. It looks like the Game Boy Advance box. You pick one, FireRed or LeafGreen, and you get the starter Pokeballs. They look pretty cool,
Mm-hmm.
but it's Japan only, and it doesn't say how much or anything.
I think it was like $100 something bucks.
$127.
Okay.
That's entirely too much money.
Yeah.
That's a lot for a box with a code in it for a $20 game, and then a couple of balls. Because these are cool, but they're not $127 cool. Also, you need to know Japanese because you're not going to be able to read that. So it'd be cool if America got something similar, but again, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
The other argument I see people saying online about this is, why would I pay $20 for this game? I could just play it for free on my phone. That last week with Jerry.
Yes.
Jerry was in your seat saying that.
That is the classic. Why would you buy a retro console like a NES Classic or a Genesis Mini when you can just get a Raspberry Pi and do all this bullshit to it?
Yeah.
That's that argument. Because yes, I can do that. I have Pokemon FireRed on my Anbernic RG35 SP, whatever the fuck. But, little Johnny, who just got a Switch Lite, for Christmas, doesn't have an Anbernic or a Retroid or a Android phone or whatever, and just wants to play Pokemon because he knows his older brother likes to play Pokemon. Now, here are the games that his dad played when he was a kid. Easily available on Switch. No thought.
The majority of people don't want to figure out how emulation works.
Yeah.
I should run that back. A majority of people don't want to figure out how to download a game illegally. It's not so much about figuring out how emulation works.
Yeah.
It's the going to shady websites and downloading the game.
But also, too, like, there is some rigmarole in, like, you got to go to the website, you got to find the ROM, you got to download the ROM and hope it's the right ROM. Then you got to take the memory card, load it onto the memory card, or plug the device into the computer directly, transfer it over.
Or, if it's on your phone.
Yeah, but like there's like step after step after step after step. Whereas this is like, go to the eShop, download the game, boom.
Piracy is about friction.
Yeah.
If there's too much friction for me to consume the media, I'm going to go the easiest path, which is a lot of times it's piracy. I want to play. We always talk about Sonic Advance.
Yeah.
I want to play Sonic Advance. Where am I going to get Sonic Advance? The easiest way to get it is to just Google how to download the ROM.
Yeah.
Right now, on Friday, the easiest way to play Pokemon FireRed, one of the most popular Pokemon games. It's the most popular. It's probably the most pirated because people use that to do. Actually, they use Pokemon Ruby for the ROM hacks.
Oh,
there are ROM hacks.
Those are still Game Boy Advance games. Yeah,
there are ROM hacks of FireRed
of
Pokemon. The easiest path to get that on Friday is going to be to just pay the $20. And I think a lot of people are going to do that because then it's on their Switch too. Yeah. So a lot of people would rather have it on their Switch too than have it on their Anbernic or on their phone or having to buy something.
You get like the nice big screen on your Switch and then you plug it into your TV and you get it on the big screen.
Yeah. And it has Pokemon Home support. That's something we haven't mentioned yet. It is completely integrated into their ecosystem. So people who play the mainline Pokemon games, which is tens of millions of people who are buying the latest ones, they'll be able to transfer their Pokemon from that into FireRed or from FireRed into that or whatever. So people are willing to pay $20 for that privilege of having it in your Pokemon Home. If you don't want it in Pokemon Home, do whatever you want. If you're capable of getting it on your phone or on your Steam Deck or whatever, go do that. But do it quietly.
Yeah. You're going to ruin it for the rest of us.
Either do it legally with your Epilogue operator or with your Analog Pocket or whatever, or shut the fuck up about it.
Yeah.
Because the just argument for emulation has always been the games aren't readily available, or the games are prohibitively expensive, or I want it wherever is most convenient.
Right.
And we lost all of those. Now the argument is just, it's free. And
Yeah.
that's not a good argument. If you keep saying that, we're going to lose the good thing that we have. You know?
Yeah.
So it's fine. Just shut the fuck up about it. So I wish that there were more quality of life things. I mean, we're just assuming that there are none. I'm assuming that there are none.
I mean, I'm assuming also because they've done this before when like they charge for a classic game rather than putting it in the classic games collection for Switch Online. We saw that when that one Fire Emblem game that they did with Mario All-Stars 3D. Like they were pretty much just like the game.
And this is the Pokemon Company.
Yeah.
I'm expecting zero effort.
The laziest of companies, if the internet is to be believed.
I'm expecting the laziest port. I'm expecting maybe worse. Maybe worse than the other ones. Maybe bad emulation quality. All I want, quality of life. I mean, save states would be good.
Yeah.
I mean, they have that in Nintendo Switch Online, so I don't see why they wouldn't have save states. But more than that, a fast forward button.
Yeah.
That's something I don't think Nintendo Switch Online has. And that's something every single emulator has that you play. Every Game Boy or Game Boy Advance emulator has a fast forward button because of Pokemon games.
Yeah.
Because those games are so slow and boring.
Yeah.
And everyone likes to play them on 2 or 4 times speed.
I think also, too, I don't know if it's in the original version of LeafGreen and FireRed, but like experience sharing between your Pokemon. Like if you send one out to do a battle, they all get the experience.
That's a new thing. When did that start?
I don't know. AJ's not watching the show. He's doing his own stream. So
you're saying you want that in it?
Yeah, because like because I was playing FireRed on my Ambernick like a while ago, and I was just like dragging like how long it was taking me to level up just to get to like fucking Brock's gym.
I'm surprised it's not in that one because FireRed has quality of life improvements.
Yeah.
For Pokemon Red,
right? But it's still
it was only like what 2 or 3 generations ahead. So Gen 6 was EXP share, says Mega Man.
So that wasn't like Ruby and Sapphire was like Gen 3, and that was that era.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I remember like playing the original Pokemon and having to strategize like which Pokemon to level up, like have them in the front and just keep using them. It is a little too easy to have the XP share. It's nice and convenient in the newer games, but also it's like it doesn't feel like there's any strategy or challenge.
But at the same time, like that goes a long way to like speed up the process, you know? You're not sitting there grinding there.
It shouldn't have to feel like a grind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my take. I think that it's good that they're available. I hope that there's more. I don't think $20 is that egregious. Of course, I would like for it to be cheaper. I would have speculated $10. But they could charge whatever they want because these are highly sought after games. These are the most popular retro games, period. Full stop. The Pokemon games. Yeah. Those are the ones. I can't think of another more popular retro game than Pokemon. Yeah, you go to a retro game shop, most people are getting Pokemon.
Yeah. It's either that or Mario, but like you can play all the Mario games on Switch online.
Yeah,
so.
And you can't get the Pokemon games. They're gatekeeping the Pokemon games. So I think that there's a vocal minority on Twitter that, and you know, who watch these things, like us people know that these things can be better.
Yeah.
And we're hoping that they are better, and we know that emulation exists, so we're like, you know, there's people who are upset. I think they're a vocal minority, and the large majority of people who maybe aren't watching all of this stuff, they're the ones who are going to buy it, and there's going to be a lot more of them, and they're going to be totally fine. I think the dude you went to high school with on Facebook who's going to ask you about this, he is totally fine paying $20 to play his childhood game on his Switch because he doesn't want to know how to put it on his phone.
No, he's too busy like asking Meta AI to make pictures of him and his wife into like, you know, football players or something.
The dude you know from high school with a Studio Ghibli AI avatar.
Yeah, like the nerds I used to pick on in high school, like this stuff, and I just type it into the computer and I can make it. Look at that. Hollywood's cooked.
Hollywood's cooked. I do art now.
You would pronounce it like that.
Oh, you were thinking of a guy.
I was.
You have a guy. You have a specific person in your
I
head.
don't like. Yeah.
Edward Bova gave us an article. Pokemon FireRed and LeafGreen change has fans worried. Blah blah blah. It pulls Pokemon Home mentions from FireRed and LeafGreen eShop pages.
Okay.
So now are we thinking that there's not going to be home support? Taking recent history into account, an equally plausible explanation is that Pokemon Home compatibility is still on the way, but Nintendo is currently focusing its market efforts on features that will actually be available at launch. Okay.
All
right, whatever. I don't know much about Pokemon. I played a little bit of FireRed, but I played Red.
Yes.
So I don't know much.
Yeah. I know it looks nicer.
Yes. I played Ruby and Heart Gold. And that's it. And Yellow. And that's it. Anyway, I'm going to read notifications from you guys. I'm going to, from now, after this set of notifications I'm going to read, I'm going to start to save them till the end of the podcast. At the very end of the podcast, I will read all the notifications at once so I don't hang things up. But oh my God, we have so many. That's because I haven't streamed in like a long time. Munch, thanks for the Prime. Junior Moser, thanks for the 40 months. Yay, podcast day. Samps, thanks for the 29 months. King Wizard, thanks for the 40 months. Did you know it's very easy to sub with an Android? Switching from iPhone really changed my mind about Android. RIP HTC. Also, happy pod day. I like Android. I like having blue texts more.
Yeah, I think that is ultimately the most important thing.
You seem worried. Because I have a Windows device in my lap now.
No, I'm not so much worried.
I got 1 foot in the out the door on Apple.
I don't really care so much about like computers and whatnot. Like I understand like Mac has its strengths, Windows has its strengths, whatever. Like if you need to use a Windows PC, by all means. If you need to use a Mac, by all means use a Mac. The problem with Android is that my friends use Android and it affects me directly because now I have to use WhatsApp to talk to my boys. The boys group chat is in WhatsApp, and it would be so much easier if it was just an iMessage because then all my other text messages are there. I don't have to use 2 apps just to send butt memes to my friends from high school.
I have 2 people on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
One of them is Elliot, Retro Future.
Okay, yeah.
The other one is all of Alibaba. I get calls all the time from random
I've been getting
Chinese
a lot
sellers.
of like spam calls into WhatsApp, and it's like really annoying.
Yeah,
you know?
It's horrible. It's a terrible place.
So, it sucks, and I don't want to use it because it's a Facebook product, and I don't want to use any more Facebook products. But I can't because how else am I going to know what the latest butt memes are?
Everybody uses Discord.
My friends are not
young enough.
Yeah. And
you'd be like a year younger, and maybe you'd fall into Discord.
And the guy responsible for like setting us up with WhatsApp is not a gamer, so he wouldn't even know what Discord is.
Slack. All of you pull in for a Slack subscription.
We are close to 40. We should be using Slack.
Where was I? Jeffrey Swords, thanks for 52 months. It was either this or the State of the Union. Okay, well, I'm glad you chose wisely.
Thanks.
J Beef the Mighty, thanks for the 6 months. 6 months of Bezos Bucks. You guys rule. Cheers. Also, have you thought about adding the Epilogue operator to the arcade cabinet to run carts directly? No. That is a really good idea, though. That'd be really easy.
Yeah.
I could just plugs in to the USB port.
But then, imagine you can like unplug it from the operator itself, right?
Well, unplug what?
The operator, like
the cable goes.
Yeah. So like, because I'm saying like, would you need then 2, one for your cabinet and then one to keep in the basement to like rip games? But if you can just transport it,
you can move it. Yeah,
all right, yeah.
The only thing is, you'd want it so when you put the cartridge in, it automatically comes up.
Yeah,
that'd be a little difficult. Anyway, Mega Man, thanks for 53 months. Hey, here is 25% of the Pokemon games. Thank you.
Almost there.
Will Wulff Den with the 67 months. Hey, Wolf Bros. With all the snow that's been affecting the East Coast, what's your favorite snow level from video games, and why is it Ice Cap Zone from Sonic 3? I was going to say Ice Cap Zone from Sonic 3.
Like that,
yes.
The song, and when he hits the snowboard and goes down the hill.
A couple weeks ago, I was explaining to Hannah that Michael Jackson wrote a bunch of the music for Sonic 3, and then I said, you know what? I'll just show you. And I put on the easiest way to play Sonic 3 for me was to emulate it on my Steam Deck.
Okay.
Because you need the Michael Jackson songs.
Yes.
You can't play.
And Sonic Origins doesn't have those.
Yes. So it took a long time to get to Ice Cap Zone, and I think that is the first Michael Jackson song.
No, Carnival Night.
Yes,
Carnival
but that
Night.
song sucks. And then right after that's Ice Cap Zone.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yes, Ice Cap Zone is the best snow level. Papa Lab Man, thanks for the 8 months. Poppies. That's
Spanish.
That's Spanish.
Yeah.
Beat 'em ups, 61 months. I'd pay $50.
You would.
You would.
You would. Yeah.
You have a lot of games.
Yeah.
We can see all of your wealth behind you in every video. CM Payne, thanks for the 14 months. Holy Lettuce, thanks for the 36 months. Well, the Kojima tablet and pen is being used on the podcast. Great video today. Thank you. Exclamation point video in the Twitch chat to see that video.
I saw like your video come up in my subscription feed, and then I was on The Verge, and like they posted their article about the same device, and then Gizmodo posted theirs. So it's like
The embargo was at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
I stayed up all night. I have not slept. I am very tired. Because Benny edited the video, and I was like, oh, he's taking so long. And then I looked at my text, and I was like, I never told him I needed it. So I just sat there and waited, and then he gave it to me at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was like, all right. And then I finished it. So that was my bad. But we got it done. Anyway, we'll see how long this lasts. I suspect in a couple of weeks we'll be back to the MacBook.
Right.
But I am enjoying my time with this so far. Where am I? I scrolled.
We just read Holy Lettuce.
I scrolled because I can touch this with my hand, and I touched it.
Yeah.
Iron Tiger, thanks for 7 months. Wicked Spooky, thanks for 40 months. Generator, thanks for 17 months. Are you gonna play FireRed and LeafGreen? Maybe. It's Friday. No, I'm not. I know I'm not gonna play it. Duffman, thanks for 44 months. Keep up the great content. Thank you. Smash Bro, thanks for 50 months. My wife's excited she gets to listen to the podcast live today from the beginning. Sounds like a great excuse to buy her, i.e. me, some new Wulff Den merch.
WulffDenApparel.com.
Snakewise, thanks for 54 months. Oh my God, another month of Bob. Hope all is well. Thank you. Now, I can't see the fucking YouTube chat.
I got it. $5 from the lies of Asha Sharma. Jesus.
Already? We're already propagandizing?
Satya Nadella might have handed me a sinking ship, but I will rely on my co-captain, no co-pilot, to sail the seas of success of Xbox.
That would have been funnier if you just said co-pilot.
Yeah.
If you called it co-pilot, because it's implied that it wouldn't sail well.
Yeah.
But thanks for the $5.
Yeah.
Asha Sharma is the new CEO of Xbox.
Yes.
We should make that clear.
Yeah.
Shall we jump into that story? Or yeah, let's jump into that story. Because we're already okay.
Might as well. This happened on Friday. Microsoft gaming CEO Phil Spencer, who has been at Microsoft since he joined as an intern in 1988. And he
did not know that.
Yeah. And he's been with the Xbox brand since 2001 when the console launched, is retiring. Spencer's retirement is effective on Monday, February 23rd, so yesterday. Meanwhile, Xbox President Sarah Bond, long thought by many on both inside and outside of Microsoft to be Spencer's heir apparent, has resigned. The new CEO of Microsoft Gaming will be Asha Sharma, currently the president of Microsoft's Core AI product. And finally, Xbox Game Studio head Matt Booty is being promoted to Chief Content Officer and will work closely with Sharma. So that's the news.
At least Matt Booty's still there.
Yeah, he somehow isn't going away. So that's the news. Phil Spencer, after almost 40 years with the greater Microsoft company and 25 years with Xbox, is retiring. And the woman we thought was going to replace him, Sarah Bond, has resigned and has been replaced by Asha Sharma as the head and Matt Booty as the co-head.
Asha Sharma tweets, "Today I begin my role as CEO of Xbox. Here are my 3 commitments. 1, great games. 2, return of Xbox. 3, future of play." And then there's a blog post.
Yeah. In her email to the company when this was announced, she mentioned those 3 points. My first job is simple. Understand what makes this work and protect it. That starts with the 3 commitments. First, great games. Everything begins here. We must have great games beloved by players before we do anything. The second, the return of Xbox. We will recommit to our core Xbox fans and players, those who have invested with us for the past 25 years, and to the developers who build the expansive universes and experiences that are embraced by players across the world. And third, the future of play. We are witnessing the reinvention of play. To meet the moment, we will invent new business models and new ways to play by leaning into what we already have: iconic teams, characters, and worlds that people love.
So she's getting a lot of flack for a lot of reasons.
Yes.
Primarily, probably, that she was the head of AI.
Yes. Well, before even Microsoft, she was the head of AI at Meta.
When was that?
Before she worked at Microsoft.
But how long has AI been a thing? Am I just old? It feels like it was only last year that AI was like a big deal.
It's been being worked on since like 2022, I want to say.
Okay.
It's on her LinkedIn page.
Okay. Well, that's one of the reasons, because everybody hates a lot of the AI stuff that Microsoft is doing. Everybody hates Copilot.
Yes.
Everybody is hating the stuff that they're trying to integrate into games. Whenever they mention AI and video games, people start to lose their mind.
Yeah.
And it's a little understandably so, because it's just a big corporation that's like, hey, investors, we're doing this thing.
Especially because like Microsoft, I think of all the companies, has like really been pushing their AI program the hardest. And they
to a lot of detriment,
and they actively have the worst.
It's very bad.
Yes.
And a lot of the things that they're implementing internally, like telling their own employees to use, is making their products actively worse.
Yeah.
I think it was Amazon. They attributed a couple of like features breaking to like them being forced to use AI and stuff. But
yeah.
People are speculating that a lot of the issues with the last couple of Windows updates are because they're vibe coding, basically.
Yeah, it's all because of everything they're trying to do with Copilot. It's been making Windows 11 worse. People are not upgrading, even though they kind of have to.
So in her original statement, she said there will be no bad AI to make games or something.
I have her actual quote. She was the VP of Product and Engineering at Meta from 2017 to 2021.
Okay, so they didn't call it like AI at the
time. As monetization and AI evolve and influence this future, we will not chase short-term efficiency or flood our ecosystem with soulless AI slop. Games are and always will be art crafted by humans and created with the most innovative technology provided by us.
Yeah, she's
saying the right things.
Well, there was one quote that specifically said, "We will not be pushing bad AI." So it's like there was still AI involved, it's just not the bad one.
Right.
So I understand though, because she was the head of AI, so she has to talk like that. But so far, whatever. I'm like, she hasn't done anything that's any red flag to me.
Yeah.
The other reason people don't like her is because they think that she's faking being a gamer on Twitter.
Here's the thing. Here's my hot take on that.
Okay.
I don't think you need to be a capital G or even a lowercase g gamer to run a video game company. Let me finish.
Thank you.
Yes.
I agree with you.
Were you aware that before Reggie Fils-Aimé worked at Nintendo, he worked at such companies like Pizza Hut?
I knew Pizza Hut
and VH1.
I did, yes.
So like he did not come from the video game world before he became everybody's favorite Nintendo executive.
But didn't he get like the PlayStation demo disc like to be in Pizza Hut? Like
I don't think that was him.
I think it was. I think he did some gaming stuff with Pizza Hut, and that's like how he made like the transition.
I know he was part of the marketing team that put together the concert for New York after 9/11 when he worked at VH1.
Well, I was going to say, in relation to Sarah Bond, Now, whoever this is.
Asha Sharma.
Asha Sharma.
We're talking about. We'll get to Sarah
We'll get
Bond
to
because
Sarah Bond.
that seems to be a messy breakup.
That's
right there.
also, and this whole thing is very messy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of drama. Asha Sharma. I'm having a stroke. People are saying she's a fake gamer or she doesn't play games.
Yes.
And people are stating it like a fact that she does not play games,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is a little weird.
Yeah.
Nobody's bringing up the CEO of Take-Two.
Yeah.
Or 2K. What is it?
Strauss Zelnick.
I don't know.
Take-Two is the
Grand
parent
Theft Auto top guy.
The parent company is Take-Two. That Strauss Zelnick is
him.
Yeah.
He's on like Fox Business and stuff, and they're like, "Hey, you don't play games," and he goes, "No, I don't think I should. I'm gonna leave that to the people that I trust at the company that make the games good. I'm a marketing guy. I want to market their good work."
Yeah.
Nobody gives a shit that he says that.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. Like, okay, that's whatever. You're a businessman. Be a businessman. When if she said, like, she's now all of a sudden people think she's not a gamer, and that's bad.
Yeah.
They're both CEOs.
Yeah.
Why is one? You know why? Because she's a fucking woman. That's why.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the only reason why they think she's a fake gamer.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I mean, some of the tweets, like one, I was looking through to see like people were like cherry picking like some cringe tweets.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is just beep boop beep boop.
Oh yeah, because like they asked her like I think they asked her like, did AI write this, and that was her response.
I think your account isn't AI. Oh, that is actually a good response, I would say. But I pointed that out because IGN titled an article about her, saying that her. But I didn't realize that was one of her tweets.
Yeah,
they just said beep boop beep boop. New CEO of Xbox might be using AI to write her stuff.
Right.
There's no proof that she's using AI other than that she was an AI exec or whatever. She says her top 3 games are Halo, Valheim, and 007.
All right. It's a decent list. It's like I don't want to say that's a casual list, but like it's an understandable list. Those are popular games.
Now, Phil Spencer had his Xbox account public.
Yeah.
So you can like see when he's playing and stuff.
She made her account public too.
Oh, so just look then. Yeah. Let's just look at her account.
People were like trying to friend her after like it became known like what her account is.
Literally just look and see her game time in Valheim.
Yeah. So
that's it. And you don't have to like play every fucking game to be the CEO of Xbox.
It's impossible to. Yeah. I think if anything, Phil Spencer, like, yeah, he was like a capital G gamer, but like I think that was to his detriment because he played everything and he like couldn't focus on one thing at a time. He would go to like his studio. I forgot one of the games, like when they canceled like Perfect Dark and all the other games in the massive like cancellation fire or whatever. The game Rare was working on. Like he played that for hours, like and like was not like forgot to leave Rare Studios because he was just playing it so much, and then he fucking canceled the game anyway. So that's not good. Yeah.
So Matt Booty specifically said they were talking about the future of Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
The future is looking real weird because we got new leadership and we don't know. It seems like Xbox is on their last legs here. Like. Sales are not good.
Yeah.
They got a bunch of studios. Not a lot of games have been releasing.
Mm-hmm.
They're hemorrhaging money. Developers who are like working on games are not, very happy.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Booty said they're not positioned to be a multi-platform company. They're positioned to be an exclusive company. They have a bunch of studios and it would basically, he was saying like it would be a lot more work to become a third-party studio. Like they're not set up to do that.
Right.
So they're still committed to being a first-party studio, even though their games are releasing on multiple platforms anyway.
Yeah, I think it was good revenue stream in the short term at least, but I think in order for the Xbox brand to be more viable as a console brand, like you need to be committed to exclusive games. I forgot where, like what article I read, but they said the 2 things you need for a successful console is an affordable hardware and killer games. And Xbox certainly does not have affordable hardware, especially after 2 price hikes.
Yeah.
And the killer games, like they have good games, but they're not exclusive. They're everywhere.
And they need more.
Yeah.
They need more killer games. PlayStation's not releasing a lot of exclusive games either.
No.
But the ones that they do are pretty killer. Like people want PlayStations
they're
for
killer,
their exclusive
and
games.
like, you know, PlayStation,
it shouldn't be too hard for Xbox to do the same.
Yeah.
Or do it more. Do more great exclusive games, because they have so many studios that are capable of making really good games.
Yeah.
But somehow every one that comes out is just a fumble.
Everyone, it's either a fumble or like they don't put anything out.
Yeah.
Like when they initially bought all those studios back during the Xbox One era, it took so long for those games to come out, and they eventually just came out with a whimper, or they had to be put out on PlayStation and Switch because they were already committed to putting them out on PlayStation and Switch when Microsoft bought them.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to them being multi-platform, to be clear. I'm not opposed to PlayStation releasing their stuff on multiple platforms too. I'm just we're just speculating what the future looks like for Xbox. They also mentioned in this article that I read, it was from Windows Central, I think. They talked about the Xbox Ally, the ROG Ally, a couple times. I would love to see sales for that, because they put a lot of work into that, and they seem to be like talking about it like it's a console, like it's one of their
Microsoft.
Microsoft, like it's Xbox, like it's one of their flagships.
Interesting.
So that seems to be part of their future as well. Trevor New York put in the chat, Asha responding to the fake gamer and AI tweets. I don't know if I want to read this whole thing. Faking would be a terrible idea, and that wouldn't work. I also didn't expect my gamer tag to blow up, and the reality is more boring. I created it recently to learn and understand this world. Oh, no. I've played with my family, and it's a shared home account across devices, which you can see in the range of games/achievements. Fixed that this weekend, and everyone is only playing on their own gamer tags. But I get where this is coming from. I don't pretend to be the best gamer, and even though I'm playing, that's still not my goal. My focus is to make Xbox the best place to play, return to our roots, ship great things, and become stronger for the future. And yes, I'm writing my own posts. I believe that she's writing her own posts. She's at least played a game before.
Yeah.
I don't think she's lying about the games that she plays. I also don't care or don't think it matters at all if she's ever played a game before. It matters that she's honest.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if she's ever picked up a controller. She's the CEO of a company. Leave the creativity to the creatives.
Yeah.
Leave the decision making when it comes to games to the gamers. You're running the company and the marketing.
Yeah.
Do what you're good at.
She needs to understand, you know, when she needs to have like some knowledge of what a video game is. You know, but from there, as a good leader, she could see, you know, who are what would work best for this particular product. How can we fix it? How can we, you know, what if we scrap it and do something else? When can we put it out? How do we market it? You know, how much budget should we allocate to this type of product here and there? There are other things that she can do to help the game that isn't just like, oh, we need to make this a multiplayer game. We need to add loot crates to this. We need to do, you know.
The job of a CEO in gaming is to take the game that the developers made and bring it to the most amount of people possible. Sometimes these CEOs will go to the people who made the game and say, to reach the most amount of people possible, you need to make it a live service game.
Yeah.
Or to reach the most amount of people possible, you need to put fucking loot crates in there, some shit like that. That is maybe not the best way to do it. A good CEO would be like, hey, the thing you're making is fucking awesome. This is the one we're going to put a ton of marketing into. Like Reggie Fils-Aimé will look at a game and be like, this thing, the way that they made this is fucking sick. People need to see this.
Yeah.
You know? So leave the art to the artists and just try to take that and give it to as many people as possible. Sometimes you got to go into where the developers are and make them tweak things here or there. But if you don't know anything about games or anything about game development, don't do that. Leave that to the people who...
It's like when Retro was making Metroid Prime. They had like 4 games in development at the same time, and they were all a mess. And so Miyamoto went over there, looked at everything they were working on, and was like, all right, stop everything. you're only working on Metroid Prime. Just like focus all your energy on that.
Yeah, that's
leadership.
Yeah, not what Activision's doing, not what Xbox has done in the past. You know, it's been a mess. A lot of these big companies have been a massive mess. Did you see Blizzard just released, what's it fucking called? Overwatch top-down MOBA. It's a phone game. I forgot what it's called.
They just fixed Overwatch. And like
fixed? No, they just called it Overwatch 1.
They just
and
revamped Overwatch
characters
in an attempt to fix it.
No, Blizzard it's Activision. They're still dealing with the blowback of being under Bobby Kotick's leadership.
Yes.
You know, we're still getting the trickle-down effects of all of that.
Overwatch Rush.
Yeah. It's just it's a phone MOBA game. Very bizarre. Once you start to get to these big echelons of game development, you start to get suits who are like, what we need is a mobile version of Overwatch. You know, like just the worst ideas just because they see dollar signs because, you know, Pokemon did it. Pokemon Unite, selling a lot. Do that.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, if the product sucks, it's not gonna translate well. That they forget that part. It can't just be like, hey, you like Overwatch? Put it on your phone. It's got to be a good version of that. Anyway, shall we move on to Sarabond? Is that the next story?
I guess, because like it's all part of this. So before, when I was like reading the initial article, I made sure to emphasize that Phil Spencer is retiring. Sarah Bond, who again everyone thought was going to be Phil's successor, resigned. Like, she quit. And it seems to be, this is an article from The Verge by Tom Warren. It seems to be that for the most part, she was essentially forced out. According to this article, she was not very well liked by employees at Xbox. She was, quote, tough to work with. The Play Anywhere initiative and the This is an Xbox initiative, this article is saying like that was her baby, and like she really pushed for those, and if you didn't align with that vision, like you were out. So they seem to be putting a lot of the blame for Xbox's recent issues on her. And that's why like this, well, the announcement was rushed because apparently it was like leaking. And so like they just rushed it to IGN as like an exclusive. But it looks like this was like a sharp decision from Satya Nadella. You're like, Xbox is broken. We need to fix it. You two are out, and we're going to put two new people in.
I didn't realize Phil Spencer was forced out. I assume Sarah Bond left because Phil Spencer left.
Well, I have another article about this because Greg Miller heard on good authority that Phil was forced out and was basically like forced to accept a resignation. A retirement over a resignation. Because when CEO, like I looked this up, Doug Bowser announced his retirement in September and then left on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
They announced his successor when he announced his retirement. Bob Iger is still running Disney, but they announced his successor already, like for next year. When high-ranking officials in companies like announce their retirement, they announce their successor, but they stay on to a certain point to like, you know, guide them and hand off the baton at the end of the run.
It's a big transition period, yeah.
Phil Spencer announced his retirement on Friday and left Monday.
Yeah, that seems like a force out.
Yeah, that is a force out. Like, you know, he said he's staying on an advisor role, whatever the fuck that means. But like, for all intents and purposes, this sounds like it was a hostile takeover. Not a hostile takeover, but like it was
they needed things to change.
And like, I don't think it's fair to lay all the blame on Sarah Bond for like maybe like the more recent issues with her.
I think it's really unfair to lay all of it on Sarah Bond.
And I think
it's really convenient to do that.
Yes. And especially like this whole like tough to work with, like I hate to do this. Like, I hate to.
It's sexism. When a woman is difficult, everybody hates her because they have to be agreeable. Women have to be agreeable,
especially black women.
Yeah. Yes.
So.
And when you're in a high-ranking position at a company, you're gonna tell people no sometimes. And when you hear that from a woman, some men freak the fuck out.
Yeah, and like, not okay, yeah. I understand why maybe employees didn't like this is an Xbox marketing scheme, because like they worked so hard on making an Xbox a thing, and now you're saying like, oh no, your phone is an Xbox, your refrigerator is an Xbox.
I think that's revisionist history. I think that the masses didn't like that because they just don't like Xbox right now, and everybody wants.
It's confusing for the masses because what does that mean that this is an Xbox?
Well, it should mean that you can play Xbox games anywhere. But people like consoles. They don't want to lose the thing that's in their living room. They like having the big three fighting against each other. The Xbox, the Sony, and the Nintendos.
Yeah.
So having things change is bad for people. People don't like that. Their heads are going to explode. I think that people shit on everything's an Xbox because it is fun to make fun of.
Yeah.
My dog's an Xbox. Like, it's funny.
Yeah.
When people saw that, the Twitter memes about it, everybody working at Xbox is all of a sudden like, yeah, I hated it too. That's what I think happened. Well, and they're just putting the blame on her.
I think also, too, what I think more people need to understand is that the $68 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard was not a financially good idea, because almost immediately they needed to recoup that money. And how do modern corporations recoup their money? They lay off a bunch of people. They force out safe garbage to try and hope to get the sales numbers. And like, as we've seen the past few years, like that hasn't been working because Call of Duty sales have been slumping every single year since the acquisition, especially because they've been going on Game Pass, where like revenue doesn't mean anything anymore. So like that's backfiring. That was like supposed to be Phil Spencer's legacy, the acquisition of Activision.
I think it's the perfect storm of bullshit. Like the Activision acquisition could have been really big for Xbox if everything was going well. But that coupled with them losing a lot of sales to Sony, coupled with a lot of their first party studios just turning out garbage. Like, imagine if as they were acquiring Activision Blizzard, they had a couple bangers.
Yeah.
Then they could have kept that train rolling, but they had a bunch of duds. And then Activision Blizzard happened. And then Activision Blizzard had a bunch of duds.
Yeah.
So they kind of acquired a sinking ship as they were also sinking. So it could have been a good thing for them. And it ended up not being.
It used to be that like, Xbox wasn't exactly profitable, but because Microsoft had all like their Windows money and their Microsoft Office money, like they could afford to like, fund this little side project. But now that everything needs to make all the money because they got to fund their AI projects and whatnot, like Xbox needed to be profitable ASAP. That's why we got 2 price hikes in a year. That's why we got a revamp of Game Pass that costs like double as much as it did when it launched. So it's just it was a disaster from like multiple angles, and every decision they made to try and like save it or fix it just made it worse.
Microsoft is one of the biggest companies in the world. They have some of the worst products. Like Windows is awful. It's on every computer, but it is a horrible product.
It's a bad program.
And there's a lot of potential for them to make a lot more money by successfully integrating Xbox into their computers. You have the platform. And you're losing so much to Steam. You own every computer and Steam is eating your lunch. It doesn't make any sense. So I don't know. Also, I mean, Valve is doing a lot of development with Linux. A lot of people are leaving Windows for Linux. It's a very niche thing. It's not like Microsoft's worried about this. But I think what's maybe the most worrying is recently I just saw that NVIDIA is pushing hard for Linux.
Yeah.
And NVIDIA's the other massive corporation.
Yeah.
I think they were the biggest company in the world like a few months ago. Maybe they might still be.
Mm-hmm.
And if they are backing Linux, that's going to be a huge problem for Microsoft.
Mm-hmm.
And they're looking at getting Vulkan to run with their GPUs in Linux. So that could be the gaming platform, and that would be that they're dropping the ball by not
every
having
step of the way
the parity. They're trying to have parity between PC and console, but it's too little, too late, and it's getting weird. Like we can see the transition being weird.
Yeah,
like the Xbox Ally X, it's got some of it. It's got a twinkle of a good idea, but it is an actual product that exists in the world, and it feels like a dev kit. It's are my fucking Xbox games on it or not? You know, put them on there. So I'm rooting for the new leadership. I want Xbox to be good. I don't understand this world where everybody's rooting for the downfall of things.
Well, you know, it's the classic Green Goblin speech from Spider-Man. You know, everybody loves a hero, but the thing they love more is to see a hero fail, fall, die trying. You know, we love a good, you know, hero's journey, but we love the downfall even more. You know, for an entire console generation, like the Xbox 360 was like the hottest game console, even while the Wii was the best-selling game of a video game system that generation, even though the PlayStation 3 had a lot of momentum, especially at the end. The Xbox 360 was the game console of that era. And then it was immediately followed by like a disaster of a launch of the Xbox One.
Yeah.
And then they, you know, to Phil Spencer's credit, he tried his best to like turn that ship around when he became the leader during that era. And he could only do so much. But then the Xbox One came out, the Xbox Series came out, and none of the goodwill carried over. Like it was back to square one. And then, you know, you had the Redfall disaster, and you had, you know, trying to acquire Activision, which was like made things worse. And you had all the confusion over Game Pass and whatnot, you know, it's bad decision after bad decision, bad luck too, but also like, you know, nothing worked.
I think they have a couple of good ideas that could have taken them back up after, I do think the Activision acquisition had some potential. I think that acquiring some of these studios had potential, but they fucked up a lot of studios too.
Yeah.
And they keep releasing bad games. And they never captured overseas markets. Their Xbox 360 was huge, but it was huge in America.
Mostly in America, yeah.
So I don't it's gonna get weird. It's gonna get weird from here. I think that it's going to get weird for every console. I don't think it's just Microsoft, but Microsoft is going to have to start getting really creative.
Yeah.
Or Xbox is going to be very small.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just got a notification on my phone. If you see me looking, the temperature dropped 8 degrees in my house. So I got to figure out. Got to figure out what that's about here before Hannah
freezes to death.
Anyway, is that all the Microsoft news?
That's all the Microsoft news. Seamus Blackley, the co-creator of the Xbox, thinks that this is all signs that Microsoft is looking to sunset Xbox together. But I don't know if... I mean, that's not really news. That's just like one guy's opinion. But I think
there is a slight possibility that could happen.
I don't think this is Microsoft saying like no more Xbox. I don't think it's that cut and dry. I think this is the end of Xbox as we know it.
Yes.
Like sounds like they're going to try and put out one more console, but like that's it. Like Xbox as we know it is no more. I mean, maybe this could be the bonus episode. Like, what would we do if we were in charge of Xbox? Could like, you know.
I would love to like shadow a CEO of any of these companies, because it baffles me how it's so easy to say what they should be doing from here, in our little seats, but it just seemed it just seems like it's a lot of the decisions these people make seem so stupid.
Yeah.
From Ubisoft to Activision to Xbox, it seems like every time we're reading an article, like, why would they do that?
Yeah.
Anyway, I always forget the button.
Backlog. 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 Backlog is a segment of the Wulff Den podcast where we go through our entire video game collection, a collection of over 1,099 games. And we pick one at random and we talk about it regardless of whether or not we've played it.
You can pick one.
Bob made a little thing, so I just hit a button and it runs a script and it spins, and we get Captain Toad Treasure Tracker for the Nintendo Switch.
Nintendo Switch. Oh, this is a Wii U game, but it ported to the Switch. This is not a Switch game.
Correct.
A native Switch game. This game fucking rules.
This is a good game. I haven't played a lot of it, but I've played enough to know it's good.
So it's like, would you call it a puzzle game?
Yeah, a puzzle platformer. That is how I would describe it.
Yes. Okay, I'm pulling up a gameplay right now. It's going to make a sound. No, it's not. Okay. Puzzle platformer. So you don't jump, though.
No, that's like the big gimmick here, because it's a platforming game ostensibly. It is a Mario game ostensibly, but you don't jump in it.
So Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker is based off of mini games that were in
Super Mario 3D World.
Yes. And people liked them, and people thought Captain Toad was such a cute character. Yeah. So they made a whole ass game around it. And I played a lot. Did I beat this game? I might have beaten this game. I played a lot of this game. This game is fucking sick. It's just a puzzle game. You have like this little. It's like a
diorama world.
It's like a like a little tiny diorama.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with what I did earlier today.
In the toilet.
So it's a little diorama, and you move things around. You traverse it. You can't jump because you have a big rucksack on your back because you're Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. So you have to navigate this world creatively without like jumping to get from point A to point B. And that's it. That's the whole game.
Yeah.
But the levels are so creative. The puzzles are really cute and creative. There are like boss fights and stuff, but they're also just like little puzzles. And you spin the world around to like to navigate it. There's other toads in the world. There's a lot of collectibles you need to get, little secrets. There's each level has like, the goal that you need to get, and then also like the 3 little stars that you can get to like 100% the game and whatnot. And that's it. It's a very simple, very tiny little game, but there are a decent amount of levels. It is full price expensive.
Yes.
Yeah. It's frequently on sale. I see it on sale all the time because it's not Mario. It's
it's Toad, yeah.
But it's great. The game's awesome. I would highly recommend checking it out on the Switch. So this was originally on the Wii U.
This was originally a Wii U game. It was released on the Switch and also the 3DS. There's a 3DS version of this game. I don't know the differences between them. I know the Wii U version was the 15th best-selling game on the Wii U at 1.37 million units. And it is the
37 million?
1.37
Oh my
million.
God. You said 37.
I said 1.37.
Okay.
So that makes it the 15th best-selling game on the Wii U. And it is the 57th best-selling game on the Switch.
Ooh, okay.
2.35 million.
All right, well,
which is still very good.
Doubled what it did on the Wii U. Yeah, it's still very good. I'd imagine this is I didn't play the 3DS version. I'd imagine this is probably pretty damn good on the 3DS because you get to use the stylus to move the world around.
Yeah.
And that seems pretty cool. Okay, I do remember this part. This is like you're on like a, what do you call it?
Oh, minecart?
A minecart. And this is like totally not.
The first person.
Yeah, this is totally not like what the rest of the game is like. This gameplay that I'm watching right now is 11 hours long. I don't think I played 11 hours. I remember kind of getting to the end. And then there's like you unlock more levels. I remember, I think I like rolled credits, but then there's like, like an extra.
Yeah.
And I just didn't do that.
That was the style at the time for Nintendo games. Like there was the main game. And then once you beat it, they're like, oh, surprise. It's like a fourth of an extra game in here. Was there DLC for this? There was a special episode, so yes.
I'm looking up how long to beat. It is
7 hours or 11 and a half hours with main plus extra.
completionist, almost 20 hours.
Damn.
It's a great game. If you get it on sale, I would say check it out. Don't spend the full amount on it. It is currently you can get it for $28 at Walmart or Best Buy.
There you go.
So that's not bad. From
Yeah.
the eShop though, I want to see what the retail price is.
It's probably full retail price.
$40.
Yeah.
Did it launch for $40?
I think it did because it wasn't like a mainline game.
Okay. You could probably, get it for Best Buy for $28.
Yeah.
You could probably get it for $20 on a good day.
Oh, definitely.
I say check it out. It's a great game. That's all I got to say about it.
Good ass game.
It's not like, like the most in-depth game.
No. But it's a fun time killer. It's got good puzzles. It's very charming. It's very family friendly. Yeah.
That's it.
There you go.
Thanks for watching the Backlog. Come to a podcast. Goodbye.
Bye.
All right. I think all is fine at my house.
All right.
Luckily, there's 2 space heaters
Yeah.
that live in the house. You just have
Okay.
to feed them twice a day.
Yes.
Anyway. Next news. Sony shuts down Bluepoint Games.
Yes, Sony has confirmed a Bloomberg report saying that Bluepoint Games, the Sony-owned studio known for its remasters of games including Shadow of the Colossus and Demon's Souls, is being closed in March. The shutdown will reportedly result in roughly 70 people being put out of work. Following a recent business review, the decision was made to close Bluepoint Games in March. A Sony representative told PC Gamer, Bluepoint Games is an incredibly talented team, and their technical expertise has delivered exceptional experiences for the PlayStation community. We thank them for their passion, creativity, and craftsmanship. Bluepoint was founded in 2008 and has handled the PlayStation 3 remasters of God of War and God of War 2, which were released the following year. Numerous other remakes followed over the years, most recently the 2020 update of Demon's Souls for the PS5. Sony acquired Bluepoint in 2021. More recently, Bluepoint was working on a live service God of War game, but Sony pulled the plug on that and several other projects following the disastrous release of Concord. Sony said in 2022 that it wanted to release 12 live service games by 2025, but by the time 2025 rolled around, it had canceled 8 of those projects and effectively walked away from the entire strategy.
See what I mean?
Yeah, so this was
about terrible decisions.
The 12 live service games by 2025 was the brainchild of then PlayStation head Jim Ryan. Jim Ryan is no longer the head of PlayStation, but his dumb idea led to the downfall of all of these studios, most notably one we're talking about now, Bluepoint, a studio famous for its remasters and remakes of games. People genuinely like the work they did. Kojima picked them to do the Metal Gear Solid HD collection on 360 and PS3.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I did know that there was a rumor that they were remaking Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, because they did such a good job with the HD versions of Metal Gear 3, 2, and Peace Walker.
And Demon's Souls.
And Demon's Souls and Shadow of the Colossus. And I think Sony bought Bluepoint to be their remaster studio.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense why they would. Well, okay, it does. Because they forced them to make a live service game, and then that plan failed. Not only because live service games are so risky, because there's a massive chance people are going to hate it. Also, a God of War live service game? That sounds like such a bad idea.
What would that even be?
They just released a God of War game. They shadow dropped a God of War game. And it was bad. And everybody hated
nobody likes it.
And because it was stupid. Because Kratos isn't even Kratos.
Yeah.
So that's just you can't just, if you have a popular IP, you can't just do whatever with it. You can't just be like, here's a popular IP, let's do a popular thing with it. No, not everything can be fucking Fortnite.
Yeah.
How are you going to make God of War Fortnite? The whole reason God of War is popular is because it's big AAA, huge cinematic game.
Yeah.
You can't take that and be like, here's a 2D platformer.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Okay, 2D platformer I can kind of see because another part of God of War is the combat and the excessive violence. And there are really good 2D side scrollers that have great combat and excessive violence.
I could see Blasphemous.
Yeah.
With Kratos.
Yeah, exactly. I think the problem is it looked like shit.
It looked bad And it's not Kratos.
It's not Kratos, exactly.
You took Kratos and you made him a weak little bitch. Like,
but at least that makes more sense than doing a multiplayer style game in the God of War universe, because God of War, it's a story driven game. You can't really do story driven content in multiplayer works. It's a very visceral experience that's going to be hard to do over like a laggy Wi-Fi connection. It's God of War is about one person. Ostensibly multiplayer is about multiple people of like varying like backgrounds and stuff. Yeah. It's the same reason why I have no faith in the Horizon multiplayer.
I was just going to say, I think that looks good.
You think so?
I think it looks like Monster Hunter just with Horizon.
Right. But I think like Horizon is explicitly Aloy's story.
Yeah.
So, and like Horizon has way more characters and like it's more about like the world than it is about the one character, but like it's clearly Aloy's story.
I do think it's a little stupid the amount of games they're farting out for Horizon.
Yeah.
Like they're that's something they're trying to milk to high heaven.
Yeah.
And that seems a little weird. But I don't necessarily hate the idea of a multiplayer Horizon because it kind of just looks like Monster Hunter, and Monster Hunter is good. So.
Yeah.
I take that back. Monster Hunter is popular. I've played a couple of Monster Hunters. I kept buying them, and I would play them, and I would hate it, and then I would think about it all day, and I'm like, I'm gonna play it again, and then I play it again, and I'm like, I hated that. And I'd spend like 10 hours in each game.
I mean, like, to be honest, like
it kept pulling me in, and while I'm playing it, I'm like, this sucks.
I had a really hard time getting into Horizon just because it's like one of those, Ubisoft style open world games, but it's just like there's too much shit going on and like not enough focus on like what exactly to do.
I got to get through Death Stranding, and it's just like I just can't sit to play it. I just want to open up Ball X Pit.
Okay.
It's because boom, you play a level, you're good.
I started playing.
You gotta like have you gotta put on a coffee to sit down and play any AAA third person action game.
I started playing Tomb Raider 2013 again because like they've been like kind of like forcing me to because they released it on Switch and Switch 2, and then apparently it's on iPhone now. But like I have it on Steam, so I played it on Steam Deck. That game is great because it is focused. It guides you through what it wants you to do. It's still like open and expansive, but it's not overwhelming. It's fun. Remember fun, kids? Games used to be fun. Games suck now.
You know what? Lord Ginger Dragon says, Bob, you have TikTok brain. Fuck you. I played a lot over the weekend or while we went to Florida. Both plane rides. I played Ghost Babel, Metal Gear Ghost Babel.
Oh, yeah. I saw you play. Yeah.
The whole ride, both rides.
Yeah.
I like that game a lot less now. You need a guide.
Yeah, like at a certain point, it gets like very confusing.
At a couple of points.
Yeah.
First of all, you need to know the codec channels.
Yeah.
There's 5. So I have a picture on my phone that I have to reference. And they don't. I remember them telling you like a lot, but like they do that in the 3D games.
Yeah.
Like if you call them over and over again, eventually they'll give you more information. They don't do that in the Game Boy version. They give you one canned line, and it's a Game Boy game. So there was one point where, you know how you get key cards?
Yeah.
Level 1 key card, level 2 key card. I had the level 2 key card. I come up to a door that says level 1. It's not opening. I was like, I have the level 2 card. Why is the level 1 card not opening? I walked all the way around. I walked all the way back. I walked through a whole time. I traversed. This took an hour, and there was no Wi-Fi on one of our plane rides. I went through the entire level a couple times, and then finally I was able to like look up what I was supposed to do. I read a walkthrough.
Okay.
Because like game facts, the old walk, because nobody fucking has a YouTube playthrough of this fucking game. It was an elevator. I was on the first floor. You have to press the button that is next to the door because it's a Game Boy game. You can't tell it's an elevator.
Yeah.
So that's just one exit. Now I'm stuck. I think it's the box puzzle.
Oh,
go
with the
in
conveyor belts?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I remember that.
I'm at like the end of it.
Oh, I hate that.
Anyway, how about the art in that game though? It's a fucking beautiful,
It's a beautiful game. Did you see, tangentially related, they released the PC specs for Death Stranding 2? Like
Yes.
low, medium, high, and ultra,
So
whatever. They said, it's not listed, but they said in the blog post that there will be a portable preset.
Oh, good.
So that's good for me.
That blog post didn't make any sense to me because I don't think they explicitly said it was recommended specs, because it's not minimum specs.
No.
So this blog post has,
It's on the PlayStation blog.
low, medium, high, and like
Very high.
very high.
High is recommended.
Okay.
That's what it is. Usually like medium is recommended.
I believe I saw this laptop that I have in my lap will do high.
Okay.
And you kind of need a pretty beefy computer for this. Oh, I also just learned that this comes with Death Stranding 2. I didn't know that.
It came with Death Stranding 2.
Yes, but it's an unlock when the game comes out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Steam?
Yes, it is a Steam code.
you.
Yes. It's like the Armory crate,
Okay.
like will just like give you the Steam code
Okay.
when the game comes out.
I mean, you need 16 gigs of RAM no matter what.
Oh, don't worry, I have 128.
Oh, thank goodness.
Anyway. All right. That was Bluepoint. We have time for some more stories. Is Wulff Den Dad in the chat? Somebody added him. Did you guys talk about the announced? No, he tried to @ Wulff Den and he added Wulff Den Dad.
Oh.
Did you guys talk about the announced release of the Wolverine game? No.
No, they just released a quick video September 15th. So happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's like gives it enough time to like come out and like have a life before Grand Theft Auto comes out. So I think that's good. Now I know when I'm going to be playing that game.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't play games anymore.
It's great when you run a video game YouTube channel and you just don't play video games.
Big news. Big news. PC gaming on Macs is about to become very real, but not thanks to Apple.
GameSir, a company mostly known for controllers and gaming peripherals, promised the moon when it claimed that it was bringing its GameHub app to Mac platforms. In an image posted to Twitter,
I'm reading the tweet.
Okay.
Your Mac is now a gaming PC, says GameSir. Introducing GameHub for Mac. Unlock your entire Steam library. That's not true.
Big promise.
Coming soon, it says. So this is huge, and I do think it's going to be fucking awesome.
Yes.
In the picture, they have Baldur's Gate, they have God of War Ragnarok, and they have Black Myth Wukong. So they're pretty confident that those are going to run good.
Well, okay. Baldur's Gate 3 has a native Mac version.
That is true.
That's kind of cheating.
I forgot about
but
that.
Like,
I think Black Myth might.
I don't think it does.
GameHub, if you don't know, is what I have been using to play my Steam library, my official Steam games on Android devices.
Yes.
It doesn't run every game because it's a fucking Android device. So, of course, it's not going to run every game. You can't run fucking God of War on your phone, although some people do at 20 frames a second. It's awesome. I like it for just playing like Hollow Knight Silk Song or Ninja Gaiden Ragebound or some small games. You can get like Grand Theft Auto 5 running, and that's pretty cool. But it's a great way to get my Steam games with my Steam cloud saves. And Game Native is another app that does the same thing. They're both very good. Game Native runs some games good where GameHub doesn't, and GameHub runs some games good where Game Native doesn't. None of them have a Mac version. Now I have a Windows fucking PC.
Right.
But there's so much potential for these big, powerful Mac computers to be able to play these AAA games. There's just no compatibility. There's no translation layer. Steam had they have a good translation layer with Linux, thanks to the Steam Deck. Apple tried to push a translation layer for Metal in a worldwide developer conference a few years ago.
Yeah.
I think they showed off Death Stranding.
That was part of the announcement for like the Death Stranding Mac port. I think they were touting Metal as like the reason why they were able to get it to work. But during that conference, they were touting Metal as just like a general translation layer for Mac. And outside of like a couple of enthusiasts who figured out how to get it to work, there's been no incentive from Apple that they want to continue that work.
Yeah. So people immediately. So Metal, I think, is
essentially their translation layer.
No.
It's essentially their Proton.
No, Metal is the. It's like Vulkan. It's like Metal is the
DirectX.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like the language.
Okay.
So the translation layer, it's called like Metal something. It's the Metal like fucking something. But anyway, it is just for developers. It's not like the way Proton works on Steam, where like you just turn it on and it just translates everything and it's great. Apple doesn't have anything like that. You have to be a developer in order to use it. And people were immediately getting Cyberpunk to work on their MacBooks and stuff. And it seemed to work really good, but you couldn't just turn it on as a regular user. You had to be a developer. So it's looking like GameHub is willing to take this on and do it themselves. And that would be great.
Yeah.
I think that this is huge news.
Yeah. I mean, somebody's got to do it. And like, it sucks that like
Apple, I would love for Steam, for Valve to do it.
I'm surprised when Steve came to Mac, they didn't put more incentive into it.
And I'm surprised that wasn't what made them go hard on translation layers, and it's the Steam Deck that did.
Well, I think because like the Steam Deck, because it's Linux, they have more control over it.
Yeah, it's their hardware.
Apple's got to, have their say in how things work on Mac OS and stuff.
True.
But like Mac has a bigger install base than Linux.
Yeah, if Steam works on Mac. It's just not every game does. In fact, most games don't. So if Valve can just have like a Proton translation layer, but it's a Metal translation layer, like in Steam, that'd be huge. People I wouldn't need this. I would just use the MacBook. So there's a lot. I don't think GameHub is going to run great on everything. Like, I don't think, like, we're looking at this picture with these 3 games. I don't think these 3 games are going to run flawlessly, but I think that they're going to be pretty good.
Yeah. I think because like the MacBooks and stuff, because I think they'll be powerful enough to get these things running, at least on low spec. Obviously the newer the game, the harder it'll be. But I think the fact that like the potential is there, like this is the most exciting Mac gaming has been in years.
Yeah.
And it sucks that like, Apple could easily like make this work.
Yeah.
Like they could easily just like put the development into like making Proton, but for Mac or whatever. But like they just don't.
H3 says it's the Apple Game Porting Toolkit. That's what it's called.
Okay.
And it is essentially Wine translating DirectX 12 into Metal.
Okay.
So those are the languages.
Yes.
GameSir, they're a controller company. GameHub is their app that's on Android currently. It will be on Mac soon. That's what this is about. It requires you to make a GameSir account and log in. And people don't like that because GameSir is a Chinese company and everybody's crazy about that. Although they have like all their code public, and people took GameHub for Android and made GameHub Lite out of it, which is the same thing, just doesn't require a login. So that could happen here too.
Yeah.
So this could prop up some other apps that maybe you won't hate so much if you got issues with the security. Another thing, what else? I tweeted about this and people were really weird about it. People were like, it's still not going to be as powerful as a Windows computer. It's like, okay, I don't care. Like it's
not the point.
The point is that I have a MacBook and I want to play a game on it. It doesn't. If I want to play Cyberpunk at 100 frames a second, I'll play it on my desktop computer. I have a MacBook. I don't want to buy another thing. If I can play Cyberpunk at 50 frames, that's fine. As long as I'm playing the game,
Yeah.
It's not about playing it at the most power possible. It's about playing it at all.
Yeah.
Because right now, you can't play most of your Steam library at all on a Mac. And just having the possibility of playing it at all would be great. Also, though, MacBooks are very powerful. So they'll probably be a little more powerful than you'll think. Just not all. It's not going to be as powerful as this.
His keyboard fell.
But it will be still pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Anyway, now I'm embarrassed.
As you should be.
So I'm excited for that. It'll be cool. And then I'll throw this directly in the trash. When the keyboard disconnects, the whole screen like moves.
Well, because it's probably like gotta like recalibrate because then it's got to go into
it goes into tablet mode. Like you see the taskbar.
Yeah.
When I go like this, it removes the taskbar.
Yeah. Because it's got to like compensate for when the virtual keyboard comes up.
Oh, you're right.
Yes.
All right. The fuck you will. I'll pay for the postage. Oh, because I said I would throw this out. What else do we have to talk about? So, all right, this will be the last story, and then we'll do the rest in the bonus. How about that?
Okay.
This is Nintendo strikes down Switch emulators. Eden fights back.
Okay. On Friday, the Switch emulator scene suffered another scare as Nintendo sent out DMCA takedown notice targeting the GitHub pages of most of the remaining emulators, including Citron, Eden, Ryujinx, Yuzu, and more. The Citron website appears to be dead, and the same goes for Melon NX. However, many of the other Switch emulators are still normally available, including Eden, currently the most popular one. WCCF Tech reached out to the project managers to find out what was going on, and they said they're fighting the takedown notice with a proper argument that Eden's repository does not infringe any laws or GitHub hosting policies. WCCF Tech asked Eden founder Camille Levey whether the goal was to continue even if the DMCA takedown succeeded and removed their GitHub release page. Here's his reply. Effectively, as founder of Eden, I can say that we want to keep continuing the work in the preservation of video games, allowing game owners to benefit from this beyond their original hardware. Since this is a community-driven project, we always look to provide the best results possible for all, yet we're never sure of what the future can bring. So we're always trying to ask the community to help us in any way they can, so Eden can still be alive for years to come. So effectively, Eden is seeing these takedown notices and they're just like ignoring them.
So Nintendo is targeting the GitHub pages for a bunch of emulators.
Yes.
I read from one of the Eden developers, they said, we're not worried because our repositories don't live on GitHub. They have them self-hosted elsewhere. Right. So if they get taken down off of GitHub, they will just keep going elsewhere. Yeah. The only way to take down Eden would be to subpoena the domain registrar, to do it that way. So we talked about this in the bonus episode last week, did we?
I think so.
We did. We definitely talked about this.
I know we've talked. Yeah.
Because I read, this happened 2 weeks ago. I read through the, it happened like while I was live streaming, like the day that it happened. Mm-hmm. And I got my hands on the, what do you call it? Like the DMCA basically, like that GitHub received from Nintendo. And they are saying that this is circumvention software, which I think is horrible. That's like really made me upset because the Digital Millennium Copyright Act is there to protect the copyright of all of these corporations, but also it's supposed to protect your rights as a consumer to have backup copies of your digital goods and stuff like that. So it's a very long document that has a lot of conflicting language. And one of the conflicts is that you're allowed to back up your digital products, but you're not allowed to use any circumvention software to
Yeah.
circumvent the copyright protections that they
Mhm.
have. So you can back up things, but only if there are no circumvention, only if there's no copyright protection.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make any sense. So I would imagine that bringing that up in a courtroom, like a judge would be like, okay, well, we need to pick one.
Yeah.
You know, it's either you're allowed to back up your stuff or, you know, you can't because, you know, everything's a circumvention.
Right.
If the company doesn't want you to do it, then you're circumventing what the company wants.
Yeah.
Why are we beholden to the company? We should have rights as consumers.
Mm-hmm.
So there's also, like, in the takedown notice, they talk about we've talked about before, cryptographic keys. That's something, it's like a little code that, like, basically each game has like a little cryptographic key. It's like a key code
Yeah.
that is encrypted, and you would only know that if you ripped it, like, from the individual game itself or from the software of the system.
Mm-hmm.
The cryptographic keys was listed as a reason why Valve took Dolphin off of Steam.
Yeah.
I don't think there are any cryptographic keys in Eden at all.
I don't think so.
I think
yeah.
you provide them.
Yeah.
You provide them.
And like those are like easily available. Like you can just Google them.
Well, that's illegal, but
Yeah.
yes. Well, questionable.
Yeah.
It's a gray area.
Yeah.
Because, like, a game is illegal, but the cryptographic key
Mm-hmm.
is part of it. It could be argued that that's part of the BIOS,
Yeah.
which is legal to fuck with.
Yeah.
So it's just, the more Nintendo takes, the more that they win, like,
Mhm.
without being challenged at all.
Right.
And it just makes it worse and worse. They need to be challenged. Valve was in a good position to challenge them. The only one who did challenge them was Apple by
Yeah.
being like, you know what? Fuck it. Emulators are on the App Store.
Exactly.
That was the best thing to happen to emulation,
Mhm.
because Apple had the balls to be like, you know,
Yeah.
fuck you. This is illegal. Here you go.
Yeah.
So we need more of that,
Mhm.
because unfortunately our government's not going to do fucking anything
Yeah.
to have any sort of consumer protections,
Mhm.
especially right now. So you can breathe, but only if air doesn't actually enter your lungs, basically. Exactly. So it made me really upset. But Eden's
Yeah.
still around. There was threats that it would be taken down 2 weeks ago, and then
Mhm.
nothing ever happened. So all these other things went down. I only really use Eden. I don't like that they're all got taken down. It sucks.
Yeah.
But we still have Nintendo Switch emulation. So, and Eden seems to not take donations and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I think some of these other ones did. So everything seems to be good so far with Eden. Let's hope it stays that way.
Yeah.
All right. These are the stories we're going to save for the bonus episode. Lego Batman lowers recommended PC specs due to the RAM shortage. Solid Snake coming to Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah.
And Elon Musk sucks, delays Grok update because it got Baldur's Gate facts wrong. Oh, we're not going to have an AI section.
Well, there's always next week. Someone messaged me on Instagram saying they'd be willing to do a theme song for the AI section.
Ooh.
I forgot to like message them back. I should probably do that.
Okay. I'm all ears.
Yeah.
We'll just do this first.
Tweet of the week! Tweet of the week! Tweet of the week!
This was mine. It's from Criminal Simpsons, and it is Wolverine. This is supposed to be this is the Hulk cover, right?
Yeah.
And instead of the Hulk in his claws, it's Hans Mole Man with a machete.
That's like that. You picked that for me.
Yes.
Like this
Yes.
is a Will Wolf ass meme right here.
Yes, I sure did. I know my audience. And then you picked one.
I picked one.
Okay. This is Kenny Launderdale.
Yeah.
And it's a picture of, what's his name?
David Lynch.
David Lynch into a microphone. And it says,
Yeah.
now, well, you want to do the voice?
Yeah, I guess I should do voice. Now, if you're playing Star Fox 64 on a telephone, you will never, in a trillion years, experience the game. You'll think you did, but you'll be cheated without the Rumble Pack. It's such a sadness that you think you saved the Lilat system on a fucking telephone. Get real.
David Lynch, thank you for joining us. that
From
was
beyond
that was brilliant.
the grave, yes.
That was very good.
Thank you. I've seen that clip of him talking about like watching movies on your phone like 1,000 times.
Oh, that's what that's about.
What that
Okay,
is. Yes, yes. But like,
I thought he was just a big Star Fox fan.
I sent this to my friends who like I know like don't know the context of this, but they all agreed that yes, playing Star Fox on your phone is a bad time.
Now I need to experience the Rumble Pack. Now I'm realizing I've played Star Fox a lot. I have not experienced the Rumble Pack.
We
in a
didn't
very long
have
time.
like a first party Rumble Pack growing up. We had a third party one.
It probably was a lot harsher.
Probably. We got it because it had a bypass system. So you could plug a memory pack in. So you don't have to like swap them in the middle of the game.
All right, we're talking to you guys.
Yes. Let's start with people who left comments on last week's Wulff Den podcast over on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Wulff Den podcast.
I'm over here touching. I'm just touching.
Touching is good.
It's pretty cool. Anyway, last week we got Orzozos with oh, damn, he says. New work schedule apparently lets me watch/listen to the podcast during my morning routine and commute. Neat. Oh my God, neat. Last week we posted at like 10 in the morning.
Yeah.
So sorry about that, but also not sorry. Viva Pinata Enjoyer. Oh, says, I bought Fallout 76 when it first launched via the Bethesda Games Launcher. I've recently went back to give the game another go just to find out the Bethesda Games Launcher literally doesn't even exist anymore. And my copy of Fallout 76 just went into the ether. No, there's got to be. It had to have migrated.
Yeah.
It's probably, I bet. Well, yeah. How would you? It's got to be on the Xbox app or something.
That's the thing, like because it's an Xbox game now. Like check your Xbox account.
Well, yeah, she would have. They would. I don't know why I assumed gender from Viva Pinata Enjoyer, but there's got to be some sort of integration.
Yeah,
with like that would have assumed if it would show up in Xbox, that would assume that they already integrated Xbox with a Bethesda launcher, and that's probably not the case. Something had to have happened. There's probably a website somewhere you can log into, link your Xbox, and put it over there.
Mm.
Makazi says, not to break Will's heart, but unfortunately, Disney attempted to revive Kim Possible recently with a live-action movie, saw the trailer on Disney Plus, and it is bad.
I am well aware of that live-action movie.
I think I saw that, and it did look very bad.
Yeah, no, you guys are correct. It is bad. It exists. Let them have it.
Wait, it's a whole movie that actually came out?
Yeah.
I thought it was just a trailer.
No, it was a Disney Channel original movie.
I'm thinking of the Powerpuff Girls?
Yes, you're thinking of Powerpuff Girls.
It was a Powerpuff Girls trailer that looked bad.
That looks bad. I mean, to be fair, that had unfinished special effects.
Yeah.
So, of course, it looked bad. But no, the Kim Possible live-action movie was literally just a Disney Channel original movie. So, of course, it's like low budget and really campy. Okay. But, like, not even in a good way.
Okay. Nathaniel Derringer says, manufacturer get paid to have apps pre-installed on their devices. How often do these manufacturers use that to make their devices more affordable for consumers? I think Red Magic does do that, because I think that's what I was complaining about, was the tablet that I had a bunch of bullshit on it.
Yeah.
But it's a $500 tablet, and I think that's a reasonable price, and they probably came to that because it has like a very beefy chip in it. It probably came to that price because they put a bunch of stuff on it.
I've heard like many a times like the reason why TVs cost the way they do, like if it wasn't for like Netflix and Hulu and Amazon like spending a lot of money to get their own dedicated buttons on your remote, that like TVs would cost a lot more than they actually do now.
Yeah. So
there is some validity to that.
Well, but I understand their argument that like it's not trickling down to the consumer; they're just pocketing the money.
Yeah, it's not.
This came with McAfee.
Yeah.
Do you think that that's lowering the price? This thing was $3,700.
Yeah. If anything, it raised the price.
Yeah. Search says reuse the Switch 2 rumors board with the PS6 rumors now, starting with the 30 gigabyte console. And okay, you know what? I think that you're right. I think we got to do that.
It's not a bad idea. I don't know if people are like caring as much about the PS6 as they did the Switch 2, you know?
I think that people aren't caring about the rumors as much, but I think that we're gonna start to see more and more of the rumors, and we're gonna be talking about them. So that might be just the new whiteboard thing,
Right? Okay.
We need like the whiteboard should be in rotation, and that's what else could it be? Xbox. I mean, the Xbox console too. I guess both of them. I guess it'll be both. Maybe I should get a big one. Let me buy more things.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the... Well, actually, I saved a lot of notifications for right now, so... What was the last one that I read? Spankwise with the 54 months. Oh my god, another month of Bob. Hope all is well. Thank you so much. Anonymous, thanks for gifting a sub. Rusty Bagel, thanks for the 6 months. DJ Skeletor, thanks for 28 months. Garcia, thanks for the 6 months. Yo, what's up, bros? How was the week break? Oh, it was great.
Sweaty.
We went to Florida. Yeah. It was hot. It wasn't hot.
I was hot.
It was fine.
I was hot. It was hot for me.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I didn't really do anything. I stayed inside and in the car. So.
You mean you didn't walk around the block with a screaming 4-year-old because you wanted to sit in the stroller at dinner time?
No, I walked around the block with a screaming 30-year-old. Scott the Sloth, thanks for the 500 bits. Hey, Bob, this is your weekly reminder that a little diarrhea is good every now and then. Thank you for your time. It's not good every now and then, just to be clear. It's okay every now and then.
It's called the cleanse. Beyonce does it.
It's not good for you. It's okay. And if there's ever blood in it, go directly to the hospital. Flo, thanks for gifting a sub. The Suki Gura. They mentioned in the chat before that they haven't been here in a while, and they were very confused why this looks like this now.
Right.
Original Spiff, thanks for the 40 months. Have you tried the newest version of Crossover on Mac? It's darn good now. People keep saying that, and they've been saying it for years. And the last time they said that, I tried it, and it wasn't good. So maybe it's better now?
Well, Spiff says they can try and get us a free copy to test if you need.
I didn't know it cost money.
Yeah.
I might have paid. Is it a lifetime license? Because I have it.
I don't know. I bought it like 2 MacBooks ago. Yeah. So I don't know like if I still have it.
Annual? It's annual? I'm never trying it again. How about that? How about I'm just good on that? Anything from YouTube? I'm having a hard time.
I saw Professor Rock.
Professor Rock, thanks for the 3 months. Am I too late for the Kojima laptop giveaway? Actually, so here's a funny thing. I forgot that we are doing a giveaway.
Okay.
Of this, not this particular one, but one of these.
Okay.
Because they told me we were doing it in January, and I was like, yeah, I'd love to do that. And then today they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna give you the giveaway one soon. I was like, fuck, I should have put that in the video. But no, there will be it'll probably be on like the community tab on the main channel, and we'll probably talk about it very frequently. It'll probably be up for like a week. I lost the pen again. Was it just him?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. You can get a lifetime for $500 of Crossover.
$500. I'm on Crossover's website right now, and it's saying it's $75
for a year.
It doesn't say for how long.
What is Crossover? Okay, Crossover is an app that is a compatibility layer for Mac, so you can get Steam games on Mac. Can you log into your Steam through Crossover? Because last time I checked, you had to like migrate. The
okay, yeah, no, it's there's Crossover free. It's a 14-day trial. Crossover Plus is $74, and Crossover Life is $500.
Imagine you pay the $500 and then the next day GameHub comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta try it now that everybody keeps telling me I gotta try it.
Yeah.
It's all wine at the end of the day. So true. Bob, really good job on catching up on 99.9% of the news that you missed while you were gone. But you did forget one thing. What's your take on the article titled Nintendo Switch 2 Price Hike Reportedly Coming? PS6 may be delayed to 2029, according to Bloomberg. We talked about the PS6 delays. I think.
Yeah.
The price hike, that's just always looming for the Switch 2.
Yeah.
I'll believe it when I see it. I think it is a possibility. I think that Nintendo is doing what they can to subsidize it to make sure that they don't have to.
Yeah. I think Nintendo is in a position where they could afford to delay the price hike for as long as possible. I think also too, like, they'll announce it. They'll say, like, on July 5th or whatever, we're going to increase the price of the Nintendo Switch 2.
Yeah, and so you'll have a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Right now, we talk about this all the time, but there is, in Japan, they have a Japanese version of the Switch that is Japanese only, and it's a lot cheaper than the ones for
the international one.
The international ones. They also are, they stopped selling the Mario Kart bundle.
Yes.
So that gives them a little more money because everybody's going to want to buy Mario Kart anyway. So they'll just buy that separately, and that gives an extra, what, $30, 30, 40
Something
bucks.
Like that, yeah.
So they're trying to subsidize it a little bit, but maybe they can't keep up with it. So this is because of the chip shortage and also tariffs. I mean, last year it was tariffs. This year it's chip shortage and tariffs. They moved their manufacturing to Vietnam to avoid some tariffs, but I think Vietnam is getting hit with some tariffs now.
Well, yeah, because they said the tariffs were illegal, and then he's like, well, no, now we're 10% tariffs. No,
yeah, now
15.
everybody tariffs. So that's just fucking every company.
Yes.
So Nintendo is sitting there waiting for a definitive answer on these tariffs and to see what they can do with the future of the Nintendo Switch 2. So it is a huge you never know. We have a wild card in the head of office.
Yes.
So he's literally tomorrow, Nintendo Switch 2s can cost $800 if he just, if he just decides he doesn't like Vietnam.
If somebody wearing a Mario hat walks by him and he goes, oh, you should fix your tie, then that's it.
He hates Mario.
He hates Mario.
Yeah. So literally anything could happen.
Yeah. But if somebody in a Mario hat walks by him and he goes, that's a very nice tie, then all of a sudden the Switch is like half the price.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
Yeah. So, slightly related, I saw this. FedEx is suing the government to get tariff refunds. Why is FedEx getting refunded for the tariffs? Because when I get something from FedEx,
you have to pay,
and there's a tariff, I get a bill, or else I can't get the package. They charge me the tariff.
I mean, I'm sure they had to pay some sort of like tariff tax.
I'm sure it costs them a little bit of money.
Yeah.
It costs me more money.
Right.
It costs people more money than it costs FedEx, is what I'm trying to argue.
Yeah. No,
I'm sure that there's like stuff like packages that don't get paid for.
Yeah.
That get lost, and then that costs them money. But where's my money? If they're going to sue, I need money.
I know there are people who are demanding that like we get reimbursed for the tariffs and stuff, but I've just accepted the fact I'm never seeing that money.
Well, that was the thing when the Supreme Court decided it was illegal. The next implication was, okay, we're going to get refunded, right?
Yeah.
So, anyway, the article says that if FedEx is granted a tariff refund, it's unclear if it will pass the refund down to its customers. And then later in the article, it says, no refund process has been established yet. Any relevant information and updates. Basically, it sounds like no, they're not even thinking about refunding customers. It's a shit show.
Yeah. Everything sucks.
Everything sucks. You bro see the Nintendo Treehouse with Pokopia and the Switch to Super Mario Wonder? Yes, it was very boring. And I don't care about Pokopia. I care about the Super Mario Wonder DLC, but I keep trying to look up like how it works. There's a lot in it, and of course it's very Nintendo, so it's very confusing. There is no just versus race mode. There's like 4 modes that are online multiplayer, and all of them are races, but they're like you race in a Goomba shoe, you race on the Parasol, you race in a flying ship. Like, you don't just run on foot. Like, it's very annoying. So I don't, and it's $20. I thought it was free DLC. So I want to try it, but I don't think I'm gonna like it.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a waste of $20 for me. All right, we gotta go.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a bonus episode now. I think we can do it to subscribers on Twitch. So stay tuned. It usually takes me like 5 to 10 minutes to set up. Thank you for hanging out.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for chatting with us. As always, the Wulff Den podcast is every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on twitch.tv/WulffDen or youtube.com/WulffDen podcast. If you can't make the show for any reason at all, we always put the archive version up over on youtube.com/WulffDen podcast. So you can go and check us out over there on demand whenever you want. But if you prefer to listen to us rather than watch us, you can do that as well, because we're also an audio podcast on any and every podcast service, such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube Podcasts, Pocket Casts, Audible.com. The list goes on. But no matter where you get the show from, folks, please be sure to subscribe, rate, and review us, because that helps with the placement on all those respective platforms.
I think I'll stream on Thursday. I posted a video today, and that's about this laptop. And I'll have another video out on Sunday. And then that's all that I have to say to you. Thank you for being here, and goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, no, I forgot to rate AJ.
Yeah.